Daily, Lagos roads are at our service. We trek, stroll, jog, sprint, cycle and drive on them every day. And because of all this mobility, we expect the roads to be firm, to be strong, smooth and solid. Now, when a road is bad, we slip, we stumble, we fall, roll over and crash, sometimes with a disastrous consequence.
And that is why the rehabilitation of roads under Lamata's command is high on the agenda. Our task to keep Lagos moving is only possible on sound roads. So today, we bring you a progress report on the Mile 12 to CMS Bus Rapid Transit BRT lane conversion for safer and more comfortable travel. I am Obafemi Craig.
I am Kate Harmony. First, we take the news update.
Welcome and thank you for joining us on the news update on Lamata FR. Managing Director, Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, Dr. Dayo Mobriola, has said its authority has fulfilled its promise to the people of Lagos, especially those living in Ikorodu axis, on the widening of the Mile 12 to Ikorodu Road to include dedicated lanes for the Bus Rapid Transit BRT buses. Dr. Mobriola said the authority has also fulfilled its promise to reconstruct the existing pavement on the BRT lanes from Mile 12 to CMS to one that is smooth and aid daily commute along the road. Reviewing the state of the road so far, the managing director said the road has been substantially completed while complementing infrastructure such as pedestrian bridges, bus shelters, terminals, and bus depot garage at advanced stages of completion. He said for the project to be realized, vital services along the corridor, including electricity poles, water pipes, among others, were successfully relocated and have since been functioning. Dr. Mobriola noted that the road is currently being marked to create distinct lanes for road users, adding that traffic signs will soon be installed to alert motorists of the need for caution. He therefore appealed to road users to exercise caution and not to overspeed while using the road. Further, he appealed to users to respect the rights of others and observe all traffic rules. Meanwhile, the prototype shelter for the Bus Rapid Transit BRT extension to Ikorodu is ready. The bus shelter is standing opposite the bus depot garage under construction near Majidu. The bus shelter for the BRT extension is spacious and would accommodate more passengers than the current one on the Mile 12 to CMS BRT system. Following the completion of the prototype, it is projected that other bus shelters will be ready very soon. As rehabilitation work and upgrade of Akin Adeshola Street, Victoria Island, Lagos commences, the Lagos State Government and Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority Lamata have pleaded for understanding from road users during the period of construction, which is expected to span 12 months. The appeal is necessary as the rehabilitation work may entail partial closures on some portions of the road at different times, but assured that a robust plan had been put in place for traffic management. It appealed that motorists should use alternative roads during the rehabilitation work as there might be traffic delays. The state government and Lamata implored all residents, business owners and other road users along the axis to adhere to all traffic measures put in place to commute on the road. And that ends the news update.
Basically, what Lamata does is to coordinate public transportation in Lagos State, and we came up with a transport master plan.
Developed together with the World Bank, the objective of this plan is finding long-lasting solutions for the problem of transportation in Lagos. Currently under its first steps of development, the plan has already proven itself a big success. dramatically increasing the connectivity in a city in continuous expansion and enjoying an unparalleled demographic and economic growth.
Our responsibility is to ensure that we provide the necessary infrastructure to meet the growth, to improve the quality of life, to improve the standard of living, and to make Lagos a vibrant and livable city in years to come.
Lamata, think transport.
The Bus Rapid Transit BRT system with dedicated lanes is one of the best things to happen to Lagos residents. The BRT system allows the use of high-capacity buses to move commuters along a particular corridor in a comfortable, affordable, and safe manner. The buses are spacious, comfortable, low-priced, and travel on dedicated lanes, which increases safety for passengers and reduces time spent on the roads. Now, all this will be useless if the lanes on which the BRT buses travel are in bad shape.
Inevitably, part of the road gave way to the pressure and weight of the huge BRT buses. But Lamata responded quickly by commencing an upgrade of those lanes from asphalt to concrete. If you commute between Mile 12 and CMS, you have seen work and progress on the BRT lane conversion from the Anthony area of Ikorodu Road towards CMS on the island. Earlier, the first phase of the lane conversion project had been carried out between Mile 12 and Anthony Basta.
How far have we gone on this project? How are the upgraded lanes holding up to the weight of the BRT buses? How have the passengers who use the rehabilitated lanes fared compared to when the lanes were asphalt? And how much time do we have to complete this project? Let's go find out together on The Move.
Lagos, my home. With Lamata, Lagos is changing for the best. BRT lanes, modern rail lines.
Top of every nation's priority list is the need for adequate public transport system. For a growing megacity like Lagos with a population of over 21 million people, we need better transportation alternatives, safer and faster travel time, and a better commuting experience. The conversion of BRT lanes from asphalt to concrete pavement is just one step towards that direction. And we have the senior specialist roads Lamata, engineer Tajuddin Olanikbekun, to take us through the update of the Mile 12 to CMS BRT lanes conversion. So when did this whole process start?
The phase one of this project started around March last year, 2014, and we completed the first phase, technically on the BRT lane itself, by June. Of course, there are still some other works like curb painting, curb repairs, but the phase two is already ongoing, and that started around November last year, and we are presently at Anthony section of phase two of the project.
So what's the scope of the phase two of the project?
Well, just like the scope we have in phase one, it requires scarification of existing bituminous surface on the BRT lane and replacing with rigid pavement, which is concrete, reinforced concrete. It also involves curb painting, just like phase one, but the major work is scarification, removing the existing asphalt pavement and replacing with concrete pavement.
What's the distance you are covering?
The section on phase two is from Idiroko, where phase one ends, up to CMS, both Lagos State bound and Ikorodu bound.
So, have you had challenges constructing this road?
Well, the normal challenges is usually traffic control, which, of course, working with our experience on phase one, working with LASMA to control traffic during period where the mixing of traffic with our construction activities gets disturbed. Of course, they help in managing traffic. But most of our major work is done at night, which, of course, during very, very low traffic period. And we've been trying to mix working. There's a certain part of the job that has to be done during the day, which of course the contractor will do, like maybe fixing the reinforcement to rebars. But major concrete work like pouring of concrete, which requires taking a section of the main carriageway, is usually done at night. So there is no more challenges, just like we had in the first phase, no problem at all.
So what's the timeline to conclude this particular phase of the project?
It's also 12 months, starting from November till October this year, we should be out of here.
Okay, so definitely I know for the Lagos State government through Lamata to embark on a project like this, there must have been a problem. There must have been a problem, and for that problem to be solved, of course, you have benefits. So let's start with the initial problem you had before constructing this road. Then we'll now talk about the benefits. What were the problems you encountered?
You know, initially we had an existing pavement on asphalt, and what was done then was just to demarcate a lane for BRT. And we found out during use that the asphalt pavement deteriorates quickly due to this fatigue loading of buses. And then we want to see what material of reinforcement or construction material that will enable a long-term use, makes it durable, and will not feel under load as such as what we experienced during the use of asphalt. That is why we decided to now convert asphalt to concrete, which of course is more durable, and in terms of achieving the required strength, that does that with a minimum amount of time. Then it also reduces the number of times we have to take our buses for repairs, because it has reduced the number of potholes that appears on the road. And if that happens, when buses apply brakes at any approach of potholes, it has an effect, yes, on the system of the buses itself. I think that will be reduced by the time you have a very smooth riding surface on concrete. That is why we have this replacement from asphalt to rigid pavement.
To make it more interesting and, of course, to get more information, I think it's necessary for us to look at the other sections of the lanes that are being worked on, and also to talk to the people that are using the lanes. I mean the commuters, the people that use these lanes every day. They need to tell us what their experiences have been using these lanes, if they have any experience at all or any difference from what they have experienced before. Do you agree with me?
Lagos, my home. With Lamata, Lagos is changing for the best. BRT lanes, modern rail lines.
Are you a constant user of the BRT?
Very well. I use it every day.
Every day?
Yes.
Okay, so did you notice that the lanes here, the lanes have been changed from asphalt to concrete pavement?
Yes, I noticed that.
So what has been your experience?
The more we use it now, it's more efficient than the old ones, and it's rebalanced, effective now.
Effective now.
Yeah.
But prior to this time, how was it when you were riding on the BRT?
It's not balanced.
Since they changed, the traffic are kind of reduced. They do take the BRT side, and so it's kind of more faster now than before.
Okay.
So I think that
aside from that, any other experience?
I think that is what I observe for now.
Engineer Tajudeen Olanikweku has been speaking to us, giving us updates on the BRT lanes conversion from asphalt to concrete pavement. We've also heard from some of the commuters, people that use these lanes every day, on their experiences so far. It's time for us to visit CMS, where this project is going to terminate, to know how far this project has gone and also to talk to more commuters.
Facilitating Lagos with less traffic, faster travel time.
The other section we visited earlier has been completed, and this is CMS, where work is still very much in progress. And we still have the senior specialist roads, Lamata, engineer Tajudeen Olanikweku. Okay, we are here and we can see that there's work in progress. Could you describe the process to us?
The process involves excavating the existing bituminous material, which is the asphalt, and compact shape the ground before you now start to blind with concrete. Then you place reinforcement. So what we are seeing now is after blinding, you have the reinforcement placed. On top of this, you now have the main concrete poured. By the time you pour the concrete, then you achieve our rigid pavement as we have on the other section of the road there, yes. So that is just the process.
Okay, I can see the cloths that are being used to cover the pavement. And I'm wondering, how long does this whole process take for the BRT buses to begin to ply on the pavement?
Yeah, normally after you pour fresh concrete, it is expected that the concrete should stay a minimum, required number of days before it is cured. And at that time, it will have reached its expected strength for it to be open to use. So what you see over there is just an attempt to make sure we prevent moisture content from escaping the concrete so that it will be able to be in an atmosphere where it can cure on time and cure on the required number of days. So that thing you see there is just a membrane that prevents moisture from escaping the concrete. That is what we are doing.
You keep using a term, curing.
Yes.
And for those of us, okay, people like me, I'm already an engineer, by the reason of this program. But there are some people that are watching this program right now who don't understand what you are saying. What do you mean by curing?
Now, you see, what curing means is you make fresh concrete, and within a short time it sets. But curing means for you to achieve the strength to use it, depending on the use you want to put the concrete, it has to get to that strength. If it does not get to that strength, you cannot use it. Allowing it to get to that strength means you have cured the concrete to achieve that strength.
Okay, aside from the conversion from asphalt to concrete pavement, are there other safety concerns that you're putting in place for people using this, the lanes?
Yes, there's one particular thing you note when you see the sections that have been completed. You find out that the speed the BRT buses uses now is almost double. And then we want to make sure we reduce this speed at the approach of every diverge or merge. So we're trying to put some brakes within, in terms maybe rumble strips, maybe speed breakers, berms, humps, and all those kind of traffic elements that can reduce the speed of the buses on the approach of such junctions. So that is what we have done as part of our design to ensure safety, particularly of other road users. When the buses are approaching the merges or the diverges, we have put some elements that will break their speed. That is what we have done.
Okay. Thank you so much, Engineer Tajuddin Olalingpekumbe. I have one more question. I understand that since this place is still under construction, BRT buses cannot ply on this lane. So, and they have to go through this one. How do you conduct traffic?
Well, like I said, we have LASMA, they help us in traffic control. So at sections like this where we have to, block traffic, the buses normally merge with other road users. Then of course at the end of the curing period, when the place is open to traffic, they will come back to the lane. But within the time where the work is ongoing, it's normal that traffic is controlled in such a way that they mix with the other traffic on the main carriageway. So after that, they come back to their lane.
Any other thing you have to say to us?
Well, that up to this moment, just like what we experienced in phase 1, the road users, Lagosians, residents have been very cooperative. They understand what this means and they buy into it. We expect, or we still implore them to cooperate with us so that we can deliver the job on time.
Okay. Thank you so much.
I'm Comrade Ogundipe Enoch.
So what has been your experience using the new BRT concrete pavement?
What I observed there is that the one of now is more solid than the former one. And the way I'm seeing it, it will last longer than the one that was there before. It's more smoother.
I'm really impressed with the new construction work. Unlike the previous one, I don't know, maybe they didn't make use of the good materials or something, but this one is more durable and more stronger and it's better. Yeah, but they've not been able to touch some areas.
Well, at least we know that there won't be potholes anymore. And when you are in BRT, you won't be bumpy and all that. At least that is the advantage of the change in the structure of the road.
That's the advantage. What has been your experience?
Well, at least no potholes, so you are not feeling that having that bumpy ride when you are in the BRT, which is very, very important.
My experience was that before the road was bad, then there was so much of hold up.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll reach home at 10.
Wow.
But now I have to get home 7:30.
Wow, so it's better now?
Yes, ma'am.
My impression is that of a positive development. We have been complaining when the situation was deteriorating, but now we are riding a more smoother journey on BRT. Now, I park my car, Petronside BRT is faster, quicker.
Wow, it's faster and quicker.
And better.
The entire waiting time for this project to be completed is actually worth it, because by the time it's done, you will travel faster, safer and smoother. And remember, the lanes require low maintenance cost and will be able to withstand the heavy axle weight of the BRT buses. This is part of Lagos State's Strategic Transport Master Plan in making your public transportation in Lagos better. I am Kate Harmony. If you are just tuning in, we are still on Lamata Half Hour. Don't go anywhere. We'll take a short break and be right back.
Láti jẹ́ kí lílọ àti bíbọ̀ wa rọrùn fún wa ní ìgbà gbogbo ní ojú ọ̀nà ọkọ̀ BRT, ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó àti iléeṣẹ́ Lamata tí ń ṣe àyípadà ojú ọ̀nà ọkọ̀ BRT kúrò láti títí ọlọ́dà sí kọ̀ǹkéré. Iṣẹ́ ìpín sí ìsọ̀rí méjì. Ìsọ̀rí ìkíní láti mile 12 sí Ìdíròkò ti parí. Ìsọ̀rí ìkejì láti Ìdíròkò sí CMS àti pípadà láti CMS lọ sí Ìdíròkò ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ báyìí.
To make your waka Siriwere from mile 12 to CMS, Lagos State Government plus Lamata, they upgrade the BRT lane to Konkere so that you go strong, kakaraka, make you quick reach where you go. The project get part 1 and part 2. The part 1, now from mile 12, reach Idiroko, where they don't complete. The part 2, now from Idiroko, reach CMS, come make you turn, go back Idiroko.
Last week on the show, we asked for your expectations of us, Lamata, in 2015. To our pleasure, you replied. And today, we share the ones that were posted on our Facebook wall. We urge you to keep sending your questions, comments, and suggestions through any of our channels.
Thank you for joining us on today's episode of Lamata Half Hour. Remember, the pleasures of a mega city like Lagos are never fully realized until you use the city's public transport. So, park your vehicle and board a BRT bus today.
And while you are in one, let Oprah's wise words help you in choosing the right relationship this year. A true friend is not the one who rides in the limousine with you, but one who joins you in the bus when the limousine has broken down. You know, you can count on Lamata to be that kind of friend. I am Obafemi Craig.
I am Kate Harmony. Lamata.
Think transport.
Eko Akete, Lagos, my home. With Lamata, Lagos is changing for the best. BRT lanes, modern